Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Farah Nabilah and me and my fellow team will be presenting on deforestation. Deforestation can be understood by an action that can cause harm to forests where its repercussion cannot be handled by normal processes to regain back its resources. To be clear, it is undeniable that deforestation can give significant importance to accommodate with current demand. However, uncontrolled deforestation may cause devastating impacts that may not be reversible. As for now, Malaysia has been listed as one of 3 countries along with Cambodia and Paraguay with the highest national deforestation rates with an approximate of 14.4% of forest loss in 2000 to 2012. There are direct and indirect causes that lead to deforestation. For instance, indigenous customary land rights are robbed due to the licenses given by the states to clear the land up for agribusiness expansion, mining and many more. However, deforestation rates in Malaysia shows decreasing trend in 2020 due to the pandemic COVID-19. While globally, continuation of deforestation in all regions of the world shows faster rate compared to reforestation rate. There are many sources of problems that can be outlined. First is economic expansion. Deforestation may occur due to industrial logging. Illegal and selective logging activities are usually done for timber resources as it is crucial for employment and trade. However, due to uncontrolled logging, reforestation may occur slower than the process of deforestation itself, hence lead to forest degradation. Not only that, as forests are usually has precious minerals, it is often cleared up to make ways for mineral mining activities. This will cause not only tree cover loss but environmental pollution that can demean the ecosystem. Lastly, as some of the human population still depend on firewood for their main energy sources, trees are needed to be cut down to remunerate their needs. There is no exception for Malaysia as we have been suffering for 30 years due to deforestation. According to SF Gate newsletters, economic expansion activities are one of the primary causes of Malaysia deforestation. This can be seen in Borneo, where forests are stripped to accommodate the activities.
Okay, second is agricultural expansion. What is the agricultural expansion? It is a conversion of land from non-agricultural to agricultural use. In Malaysia, it became one of the main problems of deforestation. The main plantation that cause agricultural expansion are rubber and oil palm. The demand from around the world continues to rise and more land are needed to sustain the production of the product. Dabi Plantation Berhad is the biggest company in Malaysia that become producer of the palm oil. The increasing number from 5 million hectare to 5.78 million hectare are the total number of planted area for palm oil since 2011 until 2020. Development growth, infrastructure expansion also will lead to deforestation. Infrastructure that include transportation system, communication network, sewage, water and also electric system. All of the infrastructure needed an area to running a service, whether it is a large area or a small area. Why infrastructure is so important? Because it will lead to the economic growth and reduction of the poverty. Other than that, it also will attract investors to invest in our country. Okay, back to our focus of deforestation. Large-scale projects such as dam, port and harbour are the main causes of deforestation. Many forests and livelihood are being taken away from an increasing of infrastructure development.
So now I will explain about the effect of deforestation to the atmosphere. Firstly, the deforestation causes a problem such as a global warming and the climate change. This is proved since the average of the surface temperature was increased around 0.2 degrees Celsius over the 20th century, and this trend has persisted since 1861. The effects of happened when in the air the amount of the oxygen was less than a carbon dioxide. Furthermore, when the global warming happened, it also contributes to the problems to the living, such human may have a blood pressure and heart disease that caused by the excess heat that caused the stress. Besides, when the temperature was increased and the Earth become more warmer, it can lead to the dehydration and scars of the kidney stone, and for animal, heat stress can reduce the forage intake, milk output, feed conservation and efficiency and performance. In addition, feed neutralization, feed intake, reproduction, health and also death. So some countermeasures on the global warming such as reducing the number of the gases from the greenhouses, it will lowering the amount of the carbon dioxide released to the atmosphere. Besides, the coal should be converted to alternative energy, such as by using the gases as a fuel in the power plants. Next is the using of the fluorescent bulb 500 lbs under the energy conservation in the household. Then improving the water heating efficiency also can help to decrease the problem of the global warming.
Deforestation can have destructive effect on soil. Deforestation, as defined by the United Nations, is the permanent removal of trees until there is less than 10% of the forested land remain. Vegetation helps in the retaining the soil cover firmly. Trees with strong and long roots increase the cohesive strength and effectively hold the formation into relatively weaker foundation, increasing durably the tensile and cohesive strength. However, surface growth of bushy plant promote greater seepage, which may lead to increasing pore pressure in the absence of vegetal cover. Rainfall initiates a set of processes like rain/erosion, sheet erosion, and gully erosion, which ultimately result in the slope failure. Control measure. Certain steps can be taken to reduce the risk of damage from the landslide. Demarcating landslide-prone areas and accordingly plan the future development activities. Reduce the slope angle. Place additional supporting material at the foot of the slope. Reduce the load on the slope, rock, soil, or artificial structure. Stabilize near surface soil by preferably fast-growing plant with sturdy root system. Build thick retaining walls at the toe of the slope. High thin walls have been less successful. Decrease the water content or pore pressure of the rock or soil by covering the surface completely with an impermeable material.
Okay, did you know our planet contains 70% of water? Forest is a critical cog of global water cycle. Water cycle is a process when trees pull water from the ground and release it to the atmosphere as a vapor through a process that's called transpiration. The deforestation process potentially causes dramatic changes in water cycle and the biodiversity. The extensive deforestation increases surface runoff in the rivers and streams. It's overflowing during the rainy season and resulting in a flood and increase the sediment alerts. The depletion of clean water sources from forests not only have negative impact on a flora and fauna that live there, but also have negative impact on humans population that relies on the water. As evidence, it can see by declining level of public health in our country. It also affects human activities such as bathing, washing, and cooking. As the suggestion for control deforestation is, as a user, we must support the business that committed play role in the reduce of the deforestation. The government also have big roles to reduce the deforestation by restrict the National Forestry Act 1984. As conclusion, everyone play a big role to save our forests.